Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semi-final collision. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down to the
16.
Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
In this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. To throw, it's Watkins. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to take off here. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the 1st down.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Gonna run it. It's Cornelius. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. This will be 3rd and short, the 7th play of the opening drive. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Important second down play coming up. Handoff heading left. He stopped, but he gets a first down. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Here comes a throw from the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Offense operating from the pistol. Handoff to the back. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent line. Clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Back to throw. It's Watkins. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring out second down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away and see what happens on this next down.
It's a run to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. They move the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Here comes a handoff. Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Nice job here by this back picking up the first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throwing DeAnthony.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? At the 10 now. Touchdown, Bama. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
That could hurt the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, it has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Defense not pressing this time. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He fires it. The senior quarterback lucky that didn't get picked off.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big call on the ball and bat it away.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quick throw to the left side. Pass is incomplete, but a penalty marker on the play that should result in a first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Back in motion now. And looking to throw now on first down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line. The Ducks come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Single back, takes the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. back's got it. And they're able to get him down. Coming up, second down and goal. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw the ball. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Here's the point after attempt. PAT is good, makes the score 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it's field, the returner trying to create good field position here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards in the first half. So really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
A gain makes it second and medium. There's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. They'll try to run for the first down. Quick juke to get free. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Finding space at the 20. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown. Tie. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it 28-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. The Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for a deep completion. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping him out of the end zone.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Looking to throw it on first down. Makes a quick catch. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning. You've got a blowout developing here before halftime. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking for some space. It's Cornelius. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to float this one to the right side. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Ducks. See if they can convert the point after. PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner trying to create good field position. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 31. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
The offense now operating in empty. Back to pass. It's Watkins. It's a quick grab.
Quarterback looks downfield and make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Jukes to get free. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's moving out of the pocket now, and they heave it deep downfield. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's first and goal.
First and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second and goal play, spot the ball at the 9. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
DB is backing off from the line now. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
One more play before they head to the locker room. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That run moves the ball to the 16. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Time running down. Just 1 play left here in the half. He hands it off from the gun. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. A penalty backs him up first and very long. No press here. The defense backing away. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Offense getting set. It's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Looking to pass here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. And the Ducks line up with a first and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Launching one to the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. He's got it near the end zone. Makes the ground, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial fourth down try. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then...
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Alabama. And the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles and try to slow this guy down.
Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Here's the second down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's going to pull it down and run. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
I'd really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Trying to extend the play. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's complete downfield. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21. The Ducks have 1st and 10 here.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion. So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is reeling here. Now it's 1st and goal. Press coverage now from the secondary. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Touchdown, Oregon. This air attack is still unstoppable. And they'll set up with PAT. And he knocks it right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's looking deep here. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, Bama. And this one is getting ugly. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today, Kirk.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Point after, up and good. And now the kicking team has called for a timeout before the kickoff. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Timeout, Alabama.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. The Ducks will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Sacked, dropped at the 3. A field goal here doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. This one falls incomplete on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs.
Chris, they had it. They had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on 4th down.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Watkins. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
He's looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk of yardage on that play.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. And he runs it out just short of the end zone there. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, tie, and the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Now they get set to kick it away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
He's running out of time here. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Incompletion makes it second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The pass rush closing in. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. And the Ducks looking to run some tempo here. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. They're going to throw for it on third and short. And he pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. The Ducks pick up enough yardage for a first down. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up for first down and goal. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
And now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they recover the onside kick. Looks like they've been practicing that one.
Well, how about that? Man, you don't see that happen hardly ever with an onside kick coming up exactly the way it is drawn. Great execution on this one. Let's see what they can do with this extra possession now.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Makes a quick grab. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. The second down incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback looking to scramble. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. The Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Using his legs on the scramble. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is caught. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. The Ducks are in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. He's escaping the pocket now. He lets it go on the move. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he makes it in. The two-point conversion inching the score a little bit closer now.
No issue here. Quarterback decides to call his own number on the conversion and gets it done.
And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Caught quickly. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. Scanning the field, it's Watkins. He's moving out of the pocket now. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. To stretch the lead, the route is on. That's a beautiful strike on the move, Kirk, and that's why this quarterback is a defensive coordinator's nightmare, right?
Well, he moves around so well. He can make plays from the pocket. What I love about him is what you're saying. He gets outside. He's a threat to run as well with his athletic ability, but the arm strength to be able to make that throw and make this defense pay for it.
Extra point, knocked right down the middle. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job.
Hey, it's the fourth quarter here. They're trying to get that football back. I don't blame them. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. But let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection.
Chris, I can't believe they recovered that. That's one of the toughest things to do, is to recover that onside kick. But perfect timing here. That ball went up into the air, and the kicking unit got on top of it.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he'll hit out of bounds to avoid the hit. Did not pick up first down yardage. Getting set. Here's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. It's caught downfield. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move his sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Looking to scramble. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Second down after that previous play.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. And the offense will spend a timeout with 27 seconds remaining. And the Ducks come to the line with first and goal. First down, looking to throw the football. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. Trying to throw for it on third and goal. To the end zone, but incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. But it's incomplete. A fourth down stop. Turnover on downs.
Chris, the design of this play is perfect. Everything you want to see. The quarterback puts the ball on the money. The ball's right in his arms. All he has to do is catch it for a touchdown, and he drops it on 4th down.
The tackle is made, the clock runs out, and that will do it. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.